Deep in the heart of a bustling city, tucked away in a cozy home, lived a curious young boy named Sammy. Now Sammy was just an ordinary boy who loved playing outside, riding his scooter and daydreaming about faraway lands. But what Sammy didn't know was that an extraordinary adventure was about to unfold right in his own backyard. One sunny afternoon, while exploring his grandmother's attic, Sammy stumbled upon an old backpack hidden in a dusty corner. It was made of rugged leather and had a mysterious glow about it. As he reached out to touch it, something magical happened. The backpack shimmered and a sweet scent filled the air. And when Sammy opened it, he gasped in amazement. Inside, nestled amongst old textbooks and trinkets, was a tiny glowing candy. Curiosity got the better of him and he popped it into his mouth. As the candy touched his tongue, a jolt of energy surged through Sammy, and everything went black. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a place that seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Lush green grass carpeted the ground, sparkling streams meandered through the landscape, and towering trees reached towards the sky. But what truly stole Sammy's breath away was the fact that he was only a few inches tall. Suddenly, a wise-looking eraser with a friendly smile appeared before him. "Welcome to the enchanted backpack world, young Sammy," the eraser said in a deep, soothing voice. "I am Memo, your guide on this extraordinary journey." Memo explained to Sammy that the candy he ate was no ordinary treat. It was a magic school ticket, a gateway to an incredible world hidden within the backpack where school supplies came to life. But how did Sammy get here? Well, it turns out that the backpack world was in danger. The 5 magical school tools that kept its inhabitants happy and nurtured their imagination were scattered across different realms, drained of their power. Only a pure-hearted child with an adventurous spirit could retrieve them, and Sammy fit the bill perfectly. Memo suggested that they start their quest by heading to the Pencil Woods, a nearby enchanted forest. With a map in hand and Memo by his side, Sammy set off on his exciting adventure. As they ventured deeper into the Pencil Woods, Sammy noticed that all the trees had sharp edges and looked like giant pencils. Strange creatures that resembled pencil sharpeners scurried around their roots. Some were sharpening imaginary pencils, while others seemed to sharpen each other's teeth. "Wow, this place is so peculiar," Sammy said with a mix of excitement and confusion. Suddenly, a group of pencil creatures surrounded him. Their graphite bodies glistened in the sunlight, and their rubber erasers bounced up and down excitedly. "Welcome to our humble abode," one of the pencils said in a squeaky voice. "But why are you here? This is a dangerous forest." Sammy explained his quest to restore the Pencil Woods and asked for their help. Touched by his determination, the pencils agreed to assist him. They led Sammy and Memo to a clearing where a magnificent tree stood bathed in golden light. At its base was a small hole covered with dirt. "The pencil of wisdom lies beneath this tree," one of the pencils said reverently. "But to reach it, you must solve our riddle." The pencils then posed a series of riddles that tested Sammy's logic and problem-solving skills. With a little help from Memo, Sammy managed to answer each one correctly. Impressed by his wit and bravery, the pencils parted ways, revealing a gleaming golden pencil buried beneath the tree. As Sammy reached out to grab it, the pencil radiated warmth and light. The moment he held it, a surge of knowledge and understanding flowed through him. Sammy felt smarter and more self-assured. The pencil of wisdom had been restored. With the first school tool retrieved, Sammy and Memo continued their quest, venturing into new and fantastical realms. Their next stop was the floating Notebook City, a majestic metropolis that floated amidst fluffy clouds. Towering skyscrapers made of paper floated past them as they crossed the sky stream. A river made of flowing ink. The buildings were made of notebooks, and the streets were paved with neatly stacked papers. Friendly creatures resembling paper clips and staplers bustled about their business. Sammy and Memo soon realized that the inhabitants of the city were dull and uninspired. To their surprise, a stack of papers leaped into the air and bowed before them. "Greetings, travelers," the papers said in unison. "We are the scribes of knowledge, and we welcome you to our city." The scribes explained that the ruler of courage, the second school tool, was kept in the highest skyscraper, the pinnacle of perfection. However, to reach it, one must pass through the labyrinth of drafts, a maze filled with challenging puzzles and riddles. With Memo's guidance and the scribe's assistance, Sami navigated the twisting corridors of the labyrinth. He solved cryptic riddles, deciphered secret codes, and overcame optical illusions. Finally, he reached the top of the pinnacle of perfection where the ruler of courage awaited him. The ruler was made of polished metal and emitted a comforting warmth. As Sami grasped it, a rush of confidence and determination coursed through him. The ruler of courage had been recovered, but their journey was far from over. Ahead lay the Rainbow Sharpener, a mystical realm where colors danced and emotions ran high. The third school tool, the Sharpener of Honesty, lay hidden here. However, reaching it meant crossing the Bridge of Harmony, which could only be traversed by those who valued honesty. As they approached the bridge, a fork in the path presented itself. One route was adorned with shimmering gold coins, while the other was simple and unadorned, a test of honesty. Sami knew that choosing the path with the gold coins would be easier, but taking shortcuts never sat well with his conscience. He chose the straightforward path. On the other side awaited a magnificent garden bursting with vibrant flowers. In the center stood a majestic rainbow sharpener. As Sami drew closer, the sharpener hummed with energy. Touching it, he felt a surge of honesty and sincerity. The Sharpener of Honesty was back in their possession. The final two school tools awaited them in the distant crystal caverns and the enchanting paint realm. For the fourth tool, the Notebook of Dreams, Sami and Memo had to venture into the crystal caverns, a subterranean wonderland filled with sparkling crystals and magical creatures. They braved treacherous tunnels and dazzling chambers, solving crystal puzzles that tested their teamwork and communication skills. Finally, they reached the heart of the cavern, where a majestic notebook made of pure crystal lay nestled amidst glowing shards. As Sami touched the notebook, vivid images flashed through his mind, showcasing the dreams and aspirations of the backpack world's inhabitants. Inspired by the power of dreams, Sami knew that this was the Notebook of Dreams. The Notebook of Dreams guided them to the last school tool, the magic paint set, located in the enchanting paint realm, a place where imagination knew no bounds. Here, colors swirled in mesmerizing patterns, and shapes transformed into fantastical creatures. But to reach the paint set, they had to cross the river of creativity, a swirling torrent of colors and emotions. As they journeyed across the river, strange creatures made of paint splatters danced around them, each representing a different emotion. Fear, doubt, and sadness tried to pull Sami under, but the joy and excitement from the paint set spurred him forward. Reaching the other side, Sami and Memo found the paint set nestled in a palette amidst an array of paintbrushes. As Sami dipped his finger into the paints, a rush of artistic inspiration and wonder filled him. The magic paint set was restored. With all 5 school tools recovered, Sami and Memo returned to the backpack world where they were greeted with joy and celebration. The enchanted backpack world was once again filled with the wonder and magic that had been missing. From that day forward, Sami visited the backpack world whenever he needed a reminder of the values he had learned on his adventure. He understood that the true magic lay not just in the quest itself, but in the personal growth and self-discovery that had accompanied every step of the way.